but I'm gonna go. A generation to generation Cowboys and sports talk. My dad, my partner, my co-host, Cowboy Joe 64.
I am your father.
Just to get the Cowboys 2 good games to hopefully understand that they need to go receiver and go high with this next pick.
Yeah, that's really what this is gonna be about. All right. Welcome everyone. Let me change that. Welcome everyone. You're looking live at Generation to Generation Cowboys and Sports Talks. I'm the host, DJ I Tell You What. And I'm joined with my dad, my co-host. And you want to say what's up to the people?
What's up to the people? Kind of getting back in the groove. Got a new computer set up, so it should be a much better presentation from my side because I was kind of without my laptop for a minute, but glad we got it back. We got my green screen working. Trying to see what background I'm gonna go with. I got the 88s in the background, and pretty interesting look, I think.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. And we wasn't even gonna go live tonight, but because it's so late, but we decided to just go ahead and go live anyway. So, yeah, you were telling me what you wanted to discuss. So, what's been going on? What have you been hearing, and what did you want to take a look at?
So probably what we just kind of talk about tonight is kind of like the Joe Milton thing, and then we'll do a Saturday Night Live tomorrow and just kind of go into more detail. But you started kind of scouting Joe Milton a few weeks back, and I sent you a clip today. I mean, was that yesterday? I sent you that, but hey, I might want to try to see if you can pull that up. But kind of, what do you think about that acquisition? I was kind of surprised, but it's definitely a step in a new direction.
He liked the 88s.
Oh, okay. What's up, Uncle Keith?
Yeah,
He up kind of late in Mansfield.
yeah. That's why I told you somebody gonna hop on. But yeah, and we want you to hop on with us too. This is we. I want you to hop on with us at some point, like really soon, like tomorrow if you can. But anyways, yeah. So I was scouting Joe Milton, and I'm gonna just tell everybody what I told you. I feel like I felt like he was doing real good. He has, now his best game was the last game of the season last year for the Patriots. Um, I even forget who they played, but it was the last game. The starters wasn't in, and he had a real good game. Now he has like a cannon arm. Keystone is in the building.
What's up,
Uh,
Keystone?
so Mr. Sleeper Files is in the building. What up? What up? So
That's
yeah,
Keystone. Yeah.
So Joe Milton, he has a cannon arm. He can really throw the rock. As far as backup purposes go, I'm okay with it. I'm cool with it. I like that. I like that addition. Sometimes, like I said, he'll have some good games, but then sometimes you just be like, what the heck was that? You know what I'm saying? So he's just a backup quarterback, and that's cool. You know what I mean? That's what we need. It's not no big deal. What scares me is that more often than not we need backup quarterbacks. That gets hurt a lot, and so we need. So with him, he kind of brings in that. You know what I'm saying, that sneaky factor to where it's just like, we might be, we might be able to continue to roll if he, has to play. But you know what I want to do? I want to draft a quarterback. I want to draft a quarterback with a, like not the high pick, not the first round pick, but me on my drafts that I'm doing. I don't know if it's realistic or not, but I'm trading back like in the second round, or I'm trading back in the first or second round, and I'm picking up an extra pick. And with that extra pick, I'm drafting a quarterback, and that's just what I have been doing. And depending on how, um, Keystone said Joe will be fine, but we need his mechanics tightened up. Yeah, that's exactly what I think too. He'll be good, you know what I mean? But I still want them to draft a quarterback for the future. That's what I want. I would like for them to like shock the world and like draft Jalen Milroe in the second round. That would be like awesome to me. Like if they was to trade back in the second round and pick up an extra three or pick up an extra two or something. Pay, trade back in the first round to pick up an extra pick, and then throw a wild card out there like Jalen Milroe. To me, that would be like I would be ecstatic about that. But Joe Milton gonna be straight. I like what I seen with him. He's a decent backup quarterback. That's what I think. He's better than Trey Lance. He probably not better than what's his name from last year, but you know
Cooper Rush.
he probably not better than Cooper Rush just because Cooper Rush has so much chemistry with our team. But you're gonna be shocked. People gonna be shocked in the preseason and in the offseason because he gonna be making plays and he gonna be throwing the ball really far. That's like his claim to fame. It's like he can launch the ball like super
Yeah,
super duper
I
far.
saw that video. He threw it like 85 yards, and I don't even
Yeah,
think he really, stepped
yeah.
into it. He could probably throw it 90 yards or 95 based on that throw, but
He can. I'm with Keystone. I'm with you on that, Keystone. I want a quarterback with accuracy and can move, but really, I want a quarterback that can move. Like the accuracy is cool, but that's obvious that you need that with a quarterback. But the being able to move part, I feel like the NFL is moving towards that because it's just like I think about Dak and how Dak came out when Dak was at Mississippi State. He wasn't the most accurate quarterback. You know what I mean? But he could move. That's really what got him where he's at is the fact that he could move real good. And then when he got into the league, you know, with his what's the quarterback coach name that's in Waxahachie that was down here in Waxahachie?
uh,
Uh,
I
you
can't
know,
think of his
when
name.
he
Yeah,
got with him,
John Kidner.
yeah, when he got with John Kidner, his accuracy got better. He was with, Gary kind of helped him out a little bit, being a
We need
quarterbacks
to we
coach.
need to Google where John Kidner is these days. I know he kind of bounced around for a minute, but he's one of those Yoda quarterback coaches. By
Yeah.
the way, we also need to. I was so glad the Cowboys quarterback coaches got swapped out, the Scott
Uh-huh.
Tolzien and all that mess. But so we need to figure out who the quarterback coach is for the Cowboys now because that's going to be very important for him. But I think Dak is going to help him. Some of these veteran
Mhm.
quarterbacks when they got a young guy coming in, they don't really want to help the young guys. That's the way Brett Favre wouldn't help Aaron Rodgers. Tony Romo actually didn't. He kind of did Dak like that, and it was the other backup quarterback that was helping Dak. Tony Romo didn't want to help Dak, so it's just gonna. I think Dak is gonna be cool with that. Just kind of
Mhm.
working with him. So it's gonna be. I really like the trade. I'm not worried about the accuracy part. He'll get that. I think is the most important part is we don't need somebody that's going to be back there like a sitting duck. And but now I will say this. Uh, he's probably going to have to you know learn the offense, and I'm not even really sure he's going to be the immediate backup quarterback. But we'll have to just kind of see how it plays out. But I mean, he's a big guy. No diddy. He's 6'5", uh, cannon arm. He's looks like he's kind of hard to tackle. Is that the clip I sent you?
Well, this is just his highlight film, so everybody kind of just watch it while we talking about him. Go ahead, finish what you were saying.
But yeah, I do like the movement. You see it right there. We just need somebody that can step to the right, step to the left. Kind of hard to tackle. And I don't remember him from Tennessee. So
Because he was the backup quarterback at Tennessee.
okay, so he didn't even start in college. That's
Mm-mm.
that's interesting.
I think it was like Drake May, I might say.
Um, I don't think it was Drake May. I'm not. We have
Whoever,
to look at that. I
yeah,
think
whoever.
they're. I can't remember who their quarterback was. Their quarterback that they had, he was a
Hendon
Heisman
Hooker.
Trophy. Yeah, he was a Heisman Trophy candidate for a minute.
Hendon Hooker.
I don't even know Hendon Hooker what he did in the league. I'm sure he's playing somewhere. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's. I just like the move. It just shows you that they trying to do something. And the thing that I think was most impressive is he really wanted to come here. From what we understand, he actually talked to the Patriots about being traded to Dallas. He said his family, they're Cowboy fans. So
Mm-hmm.
that's like really important for us. We need to get back to where players want to come and play here. We kind of got away from that for a
Mm-hmm.
few years. We need to go back to this needs to be a spot where players want to play, and I think Shotty's gonna help with that. And
Mhm,
we'll probably talk about it tomorrow. But training camp, we
mhm,
call it the Underwear Olympics. It's some guys I don't want to see them in training camp at all. I can tell you right now, I do not want to see Mingo, Tolbert. I don't want to hear anything about what they're doing. Um, but training camp is going to be fun to watch guys like Milton and the rookies, of course. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, some of the veterans, I just I don't want to hear what they're doing in training camp. I don't even want to hear what they're doing in preseason. These are the kind of guys that we're going to be watching to just kind of see what they have.
mhm. Uncle Squeaky said John Kidney is coaching high school and football in Ohio.
Oh man, he moved back to Ohio or moved to Ohio. Okay.
Mhm. So, speaking about Shotty, you know, everybody's gonna be really impressed with Shotty, because the way his vernacular, the way he talks, the way he presents himself, his knowledge of football because of his dad. Man, I swear, I kept saying, and my dad's my witness. The first time I seen Shotty, the first time, like the very first time I seen him and I heard him speak, the first time. This might have been when he got hired. Might have been like maybe it was when Mike McCarthy got hired. I don't
Make
know.
sure don't run that video too long. I don't know what the rules are.
Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, so with Shotty, I asked my dad, who is this guy? Because he sound like he ready to be the next coach or something. Who is this guy? That's what exactly my exact words. And so, you know what I'm saying? So that's the impression that I get from Shotty.